Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into the source material behind a really, really ambitious startup called Next Gen Dates, or NGD.
Yeah, and the mission here is, well, it's huge. They're basically trying to redefine dating and social networking.
Totally redefining it by completely ditching the mass market idea.
Exactly. And focusing only on these hyper-specific, um, underserved microdemographics.
And the sources we looked at, they paint a pretty clear picture of why. They're saying mainstream social apps, they're kind of broken.
Fundamentally broken, yeah.
Mm.
Overwhelmed with bots, trolls, fake profiles.
And the ads, the disruptive pop-ups are maybe the most frustrating part for users.
Right. So you've got to frame NGD as a direct counter-response. The structural one, really, to all those failures.
Okay.
They saw the chaos, the information overload, and just realized, people are tired. Market fatigue is real.
So they're offering something radically different.
That's the aim. Authentic connection in spaces that feel safe, stylish, and crucially, ad-free.
And their whole approach to making money monetization, it sounds quite ethical on the surface. Fashion, retail, creator economy.
But without exploiting users in the process, that's the promise.
Yeah.
Though the absolute key, the thing that separates everyone right at the start.
Ah, the access solution.
Yes, that's it. To tackle the bots and trolls immediately, they've got this tiny mandatory access fee.
How much are we talking?
Just £1 a month.
Okay, £1. That's very low.
It is. Cheap enough, they say, that students can easily afford it. But it's just enough friction.
Ah, like a gatekeeper.
Exactly. A financial friction point that acts as a pretty decent verification barrier. Their logic is simple. Most people.
Yeah.
Only one bank account.
Right. Which makes it much harder for bad actors to just spin up endless fake accounts.
Drastically limits it.
That's clever. It flips the user from being the product
to being a verified guest. Yeah.
Okay, let's dig into the structure then, because this seems, well, fundamental to their whole strategy. It's not 9 separate startups, is it?
No, not at all. That's key. It's 9 fully developed, distinct apps, yes, but they all run on one single shared backend.
One infrastructure, one login, one payment system.
Right. And that shared architecture, that's where the operational genius really lies. It's not just the novelty of the niche itself.
So the cost savings must be huge.
Massively. Ultra-low scaling costs. Because building that 8th or 9th app is exponentially cheaper than the first one was.
Okay, so it lets them play around with niche exclusivity.
Is that the crippling overhead you'd normally get with that level of fragmentation?
Yeah, but doesn't that fragmentation, that hyper-focus, doesn't that inherently limit their growth potential? I mean, you're deliberately splitting the market into 9 boxes.
Well, yes and no.
Are they betting on, deep engagement within those niches instead of aiming for the massive scale of a Tinder or a Bumble?
They are absolutely betting on depth. The sources show they're targeting communities that feel, well, overlooked or even actively unsafe on the big platforms.
Okay, give us a feel for these niches, because the range seems pretty broad. Identity, culture, lifestyle.
It really covers a spectrum.
Yeah.
You've got several focused on gender and sexual identity. Only mailman, that's for gay men only.
Right.
And the opposite, beans please, that's just for lesbian women.
Okay.
Then there's sissies for cisgender males and females. And only trans for the transgender community.
So specific spaces for specific groups.
They believe these communities need and deserve tailored spaces. That's 4 big identity groups right there.
What else?
Then they move into cultural identity. Ubuntu, which is aimed at Black singles and creatives, and Tharki, that one's specifically for gay Indian men.
Wow, very specific. Demographics often just lumped together elsewhere.
Exactly. And then you get into the really specialized niches like love furries, for furries, other kin, the Sarians.
Okay, so they're really leaning into the underserved aspect.
It highlights that commitment, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely inclusive through being hyper-exclusive, if that makes sense. But that raises a big question, legally and socially. These single-sex or single-gender apps, how do they square that with, say, UK and US laws?
Good question. And they seem to have thought about it. They address it directly in their structure.
How?
They claim the key is that each app is standalone, legally distinct, even though they share the tech.
Ah, I see.
So because each app is discrete, they argue it can comply fully with existing single-sex or single-gender laws in places like the UK and US.
While still operating under this bigger NGD umbrella.
Precisely. They frame it as everyone having a right to inclusion, yes, but also the right to privacy and exclusivity within their chosen niche, without interference from outside groups.
That sounds like a legal tightrope they're walking.
It is. But operationally, it's that shared login and backend that makes it all work.
Okay, let's pivot. Let's talk about the money engine. We know the £1 fee filters out trolls, but it's not making them rich. How do they generate real income without ads?
Right, so it's all about integrated commerce and their creator economy. And it's
Yeah.
all housed in this place they call the super secret fund page.
Okay, I kind of like the name. It's fun, bit cheeky for talking about revenue. What is the fun page?
Think of it like a curated, ad-free marketplace and entertainment zone. It's accessible from all 9 apps,
But it's kept separate.
totally separate from the core dating or social stuff. So all the shopping, the entertainment content, the ways creators make money, it's all there.
Meaning the main user experience, finding a date or a friend, isn't cluttered with buy buttons.
Exactly. The user stays the guest, not the product being sold to advertisers. That separation is key to the premium feel.
And for creators, the payout, it's really high, isn't it? 70%.
Extremely generous. NGD only takes 30%. Compare that to competitors who often take 35%, sometimes even 50% or more.
70% is huge. That must be the hook to get premium creators on board.
Absolutely.
But is that sustainable? Can the £1 fee plus whatever they make from selling stuff cover their costs if they're giving away that much creator revenue?
Well, that's the gamble, isn't it? That's the core risk. They're betting the verification fee provides a stable base.
But they need serious transaction volume to make this 70% payout work.
Exactly. So they offer 3 main ways for creators to drive that volume. First up, and this is very focused on user comfort, is the £1 per peak private albums.
Ah, like a paywall for specific content, the transactional fix for unwanted DMs asking for pics.
Precisely. If users want to share exclusive stuff, fashion looks, maybe art, maybe adult content, they charge a small fee. It stops users being constantly, quote, pestered in your DMs.
Sets a clear boundary by making private requests a transaction. Smart. What are the other 2 streams?
Second is pretty straightforward. In-DM gifting, basically digital tipping.
For fan appreciation or maybe paying for cam time or phone calls?
Yeah, exactly that kind of thing. And the third stream is handled through their own dedicated creator platform. It's called PrawnStar Wannabe.
Okay, and this platform is described as creator subscription free. How does it actually work? Are they ditching the OnlyFans or Patreon monthly sub model?
They are, yeah. The sources are quite clear. The platform itself has no subscription fee for the creators.
So instead of me paying, say, 10 quid a month to 10 different creators.
Right, you just pay your £1 network membership fee to get in.
Yeah.
Then all the monetization happens through individual transactions within the app.
Like paying for specific content or services?
Yeah, including paid cam work, which they mention is accessed through in-DM real-life video and audio features.
Interesting. So the idea is low barrier to entry for the user, £1, means access to lots of creators.
Which hopefully encourages more individual transactions, more volume.
That's a really different model, focusing on microtransactions over recurring subs for content.
Okay.
Beyond digital stuff, they're also into physical products through dropshipping.
Yes. And this is where those ultra-low overheads we talked about really shine again. Dropshipping means NGD holds no physical stock.
No warehouses, no inventory risk.
None of it. Which maximizes their profit margin on goods sold. And they've developed these specific kind of high-style brands tied to the platform's vibe.
Tell us about the brands. They sounded quite memorable, tongue-in-cheek.
Definitely. They lean into niche fashion quite heavily. You've got these twin brands. This is genuine.
Yeah.
And right alongside it, this is a copy, which is their intentionally marketed dupe range.
Wow, okay. Bold.
Then there's Little Bit's Wardrobe. That's described as an Italian-designed fashion line sold via Redbubble and positioned as a tribute to the late Queen Elizabeth.
Huh, that's quite a mix. Reverence and commerce.
It is unique.
Yeah.
Then cosmetics.
Yeah.
Your makeup is terrible.
Seriously?
Yep. Apparently a RuPaul-inspired brand under their Beauty Roars umbrella. Clearly a name designed to grab attention, maybe provoke a reaction on social media.
You think? Yeah, probably.
And then tying it all together, there's a lifestyle coffee brand. More beans, please.
Okay, that plays on the Beans Please lesbian dating app name.
Exactly. And they say it's inspired by old advertising nostalgia. It connects everything back.
So we've got the £1 access fee, the drop shipping retail engine, the 70% creator payout system. But none of that works if the platform isn't actually safe and engaging, right?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the tech and security side. What role does AI play here?
Is it about filtering content? Moderation?
Less about moderation, it seems, and more integrated for, entertainment and helping users optimize their profiles. Driving engagement.
How?
They use this free, separate AI app called the Picky Bot.
Picky bot. Okay. What does it do?
Its job is purely functional.
Yeah.
It looks at a user's photo and basically gives advice on how to improve it, how to optimize it to get maximum attention within that specific app community.
So it's like a personal marketing tool, not just a filter, helping you look better to the algorithm.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And that optimization, it feeds directly into their competitive structure.
How so?
They use a 10-star user rating system.
Mhm.
Members vote on each other. And this lets users actively climb a public leaderboard within their app. The stated goal, and I'm quoting here, is that everybody lives to battle to the top in a beauty competition,
Wow. Okay, so gamified attractiveness.
which drives attention, keeps people engaged, and ultimately increases profitability for those top-ranked users who are maybe selling content or services.
That whole mechanic framing social interaction as a competition tied to potential financial gain, that seems absolutely central to how this whole ecosystem is designed to function.
It really does.
But underpinning all that is this relentless focus on security, which seems to come from a very specific place. The
Yeah.
founder's background, Paul.
Yeah, Paul brings this really unusual, formidable mix of experience. 40 years in fashion and lifestyle. Okay, but also
The security part.
2 decades in VIP security. High-level stuff.
Yeah.
Protecting celebrities. The sources mention Ed Sheeran, Harry Styles, Boy George, George Michael, even Joan Rivers.
Wow. That's serious close protection experience.
And the sources note his own personal experience with being stalked online really pushed him, fueled his determination to build a network where security and verification were absolutely non-negotiable.
Safety meeting style. That phrase makes perfect sense now. The security expertise isn't just bolted on, it's like baked into the structure.
Absolutely. So when you pull back and look at the competitive advantages, they're mostly structural.
Right. You've got the 9 apps, shared backend,
Huge advantage on scaling costs.
then the 1 pound model, which acts as that low-cost but effective verification system, gets rid of most of the noise, the bad actors.
Hopefully. And the whole experience feels premium because it's ad-free, pop-up free.
Mm-hmm.
The revenue model doesn't depend on annoying the user.
And that integrated dropshipping provides that sticky lifestyle revenue.
Without the huge risks and costs of traditional retail. Yeah.
So where are they now? They're looking for funding to actually launch this globally, right?
They are seeking initial seed funding. The ask is quite specific, £250,000 for 15% equity.
Okay. And where's that money going?
It's earmarked for really critical scaling needs. 40%, a big chunk, is for global PR and influencer campaigns.
Makes sense. They need targeted outreach to find people for these specific micro demographics.
Exactly. You can't just run generic ads. And another 20% is budgeted for creator partnerships.
To basically seed the ecosystem, get those key creators on board to make the 70% payout model attractive to users.
Precisely. Incentivize and onboard them.
Okay. Well, this has been a really thorough deep dive. Next Gen Dates. They're basically positioning themselves as the first, maybe micro-demographic social network that fully builds in retail, creator monetization, and these AI attention mechanics.
It's a seriously bold structural answer to that fatigue people feel with mass market social media.
Yeah, a move to prioritize niche safety maybe over just chasing massive scale.
And that core difference, it really seems to be that blend of VIP-level security thinking with high style. And that comes straight from the founder's unique background.
They've built this incredibly complex system designed to keep users safe, but also simultaneously encouraging them to compete and spend money.
Yeah, it's a fascinating balance.
Which leaves us and you with this final thought to chew on. Given that this whole platform is built to make money from users competing for attention via that 10-star AI ranking, and also designed to sell personal, sometimes private content for small fees, what does this highly curated, transactional, micro-niche world really imply about where digital self-expression is going?
Is this model genuinely a safer digital space? Or is it maybe just a more efficient, more structured, and ultimately more profitable version of the digital like we already know?
Hi, my name is Paul, and I'm the developer for next generation dating apps. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I hope to hear from you.